autographs there. And I was always deeply honored to sign anything for anyone, so I signed the autograph and I gave it to her. And the guy next to me heard Sheppard, and all through the flight he kept thinking, who is this Sheppard guy? Who can he be? And then without getting embarrassed and asking me who I was, he never said a word. Finally, after arriving in Daytona, we're standing at the carousel, the luggage carousel. He runs over and he said, you know, it took me a long time on the plane to figure out who you were. He said, you know, you're much younger than I thought you'd be. And I said, well, thank you very much. He said, tell me, when was it that you went to the moon as an astronaut? Where Dave calls me Forrest Gump. I've been in some incredible places in time that maybe history might have been changed because I was there or not there. But Forrest Gump, if you've seen the movie, he always managed to be at these incredible junctures of history. I tend to think that I'm more like George Bailey. In the movie, It's a Wonderful Life. How many of you have seen the movie, It's a Wonderful Life? Remember, isn't that a great movie? It's a movie about a man who gets a chance to find out how it would have been if he had never been born. George Bailey was standing on the bridge. His life was in shambles. Uncle Billy had given the money to old man Potter by mistake. In Bedford Falls, the old Bailey building and loan was going under, and George was at the end of his rope. And God sent him Clarence to show him how it would have been. For example, with our lives here today, every one of you here, if any one of you is taken out of the equation, everything in this room changes. I mean, gosh, if Dave Ramsey had never come along in life or had never been born, look, we wouldn't all be here today. There'd be so many people's lives who would never be changed. We all mean something in life. It's destined that we do something with our lives. So, I think I'm George Bailey. Now, I want to tell you some stories. Dave loves to hear this. I had a dream to make a mark in music, and my father was very strict Southern Baptist, and wasn't allowed because I was going to go into the heavy machinery business that he was in. So I decided at the age of 15 to climb out the back window of my parents' home with 60 cents in my pocket and take this journey that I'm on. After climbing out the back window of their home, my home, I hitchhiked down to Memphis, Tennessee. And late one night while skating in a place called the Rainbow Terrace Skating Rink, a Cadillac pulls up. Second Cadillac pulls up. And as I stood there around midnight getting ready to leave, Elvis Presley gets out of the car. Right place at the right time, Forrest Gump, I was there. He walks up to me, and with those blue steel eyes, the guy had eyes that would just pierce right through. He looked at me, he said, where are you going? I said, I'm leaving. They're closing the rink. He said, no, I'm running the rink for the night. And I need your help. I said, what do you need? He said, well, we're a man short, and we play a game here from time to time called Kill. And I said, Kill? He said, yeah, and if you don't mind, I need you. I said, yes, sir. I went inside. They suited me up with football gear because that's what Kill was football on skates. Incredible 4 hours on the rink. And then after that, he turned to me and said, I'm getting a little hungry. How about coming on up to the house? And I'm going, oh, gosh, Elvis Presley is driving me up to his house. I want to go inside. I mean, I just couldn't believe that I happened to be at that right place at the right time at the roller rink that night. I mean, what's the chances of that really happening? We spent the evening there, and then that grew into a friendship that lasted so many, many years. Elvis was an incredible human being. One of the most giving, spiritual people that I have ever known. This is a man that really, truly taught me a lot about the Bible. He could quote you every scripture from the beginning to the end. He walked the walk, he talked the talk. He was just an incredible human being. I only tell you that for any negative that you've ever heard about Elvis Presley, there's a million positive things that you'll ever hear. I asked him one day, I said, Elvis, how in the world did you get where you are? How did you get here? He said, well, I'll tell you. He said, I just envisioned it. He said, as I would ride around Memphis in the old truck for Crown Electric, I had this vision of becoming a star, walking out on a stage one day and seeing a sea of people. He said, you know, I envisioned it so long and thought about it so hard that one day I walked out there and there they were. House. And one day, the receptionist, or I guess we should call the director of first impressions. I think that's what you call it. She called me, she said, you know, there's this guy up here that looks real scary. You need to come up here, he needs to talk to you. I said, well, okay, I'll be right there. 2 minutes later, I walked up front, and there stands this guy with hair down to his waist, dirty sneakers, blue jeans, sweatshirt on. He had this record in his hand. He said, well, I've got this dream of being a big star, and I'm what a dreamer. I want to know if you can help me. Would you listen to my record? And I said, I'd be too. And I heard this record, and I thought, man, this is a hit. This is a hit song. That's what I did for a living, pushing records to radio stations and retail outlets for a product. I said, well, come on, let's get in the car. He gets in the car with me, and a couple of people that were with him got in the back seat. We drove down to WMPS Radio in Memphis, Tennessee, and right up the elevator to the control room where my friend Roy Mack, the big jock of the day, disc jockey of the day in Memphis, was there. And I said, I got this record here. It's just incredible. Would you please put it on the radio? He listened to it. He said, yeah, this is great. I said, but wait till we get back in the car so he can hear it on the radio. He might want to hear himself on the radio. We get back in my car, and we're riding down Union Avenue in front of the Peabody Hotel, and all of a sudden the record came on the radio. The guy sitting in the seat next to me that day was Neil Diamond. Right? What? And late one night, while walking in the French Quarter of New Orleans, I passed by a doorway, and I heard a voice. An incredible voice. Guy sitting on a stool, much like this, with a guitar in his hand. I stuck my head in the door and caught the last 3 or 4 songs that they said. I walked up to him after he finished, and I said, man, you write those songs? He said, yeah. I said, you are something else. I said, I think you could be a star. I believe that you can be. I believe in you. He said, well, I've always had faith and belief that I can make it. I said, well, I'm with RCA. I'd like to sign you to a contract with RCA. I said, meet me at the Royal Sonesta Hotel in the morning at breakfast. We'll have breakfast and coffee at the hotel. I'll have a contract with you signed. The next day he comes walking in, sat down, we had breakfast. I said, well, I've got your contract. He said, you're kidding me. I'm going to sign with RCA. I said, if you want an attorney to look at this, but you know, you should always have an attorney review it, right, Dave? He said, no, if it's RCA, I'm ready. Well, I already knew his name, and I knew that the name wasn't going to work. He turned to me, he said, you know, I'm going to have to change my last name. I said, okay. Where do you think you want to be from? He said, well, I kind of like Colorado. Why don't I just call myself John Dan? Incredible career unfolded after that.